So there's been a lot of crazy stuff since 2020, and they're trying to tell me that everyone has entered this new dimension where everyone will see things, and from what they're explaining, most people seeing it are probably having a hard time dealing with it, and most people aren't even believing it's happening. And if it really is other people, but man, okay, so I was responding to someone's video comment on TikTok the other day, and they were like, "How come I don't get messages? Uh, I'm not getting all the updates that your channel is just posted a new video, because apparently I got people who want to get notifications from my videos." Excellent. And generally my answer is, they're just screwing around, because they do that, and computers can mess up. But my answer is, I've been dealing with a lot of political stuff and everything else, and working the world around, trying to figure out what's going on. And so I'm like, that just happens. Like, there's plenty of people who say that on my other accounts. But then, as I hit send on that, a group of people walk by and they're talking to each other, and one says some crazy stuff. They're like, "Well, you're always like threatening to kill everyone on the planet, pretty much." And I'm like, wow, but the thing is like, that happens so much. And like, I just responded to these strangers as they walk by me. I was like, yeah, but you guys do it with passive aggressive methods. I just say it. I don't say I'm spreading democracy across the planet. I say I'm going to bring paradise. I say we got to get rid of this and that. And they're like, well, we got to improve it. Send them democracy and freedom. And then those people don't have democracy over there in the Middle East, or in Africa, or anywhere. In fact, we need to fix our own democracy and give it more democracy. Anyways, so that's not the point. The point of the video is like that happened, and this keeps happening to me. I noticed this like 2 years ago. Maybe that's because when I first started leaving my house, and I didn't see everything in the world before that. And so I just stayed to myself and did things and read and worked on myself. Or a lot of first part, I probably just ran around on my bicycle and played video games. Probably did a lot of stuff, but I can't remember it all. I like to say doing nothing, what you have to doing nothing. It's better than explaining anything to people who don't remember and keep asking the same question anyways, and then tell me I've never done anything and I've gone anywhere. That's like the worst feeling in the world. And anyways, so that keeps happening. I was testing this for a long time because I was seeing it, and I wasn't sure what I was seeing for the first few, I don't know, I seen it several times for like a decade, and I was like a different form, so I didn't understand it. I didn't go outside, so it wasn't like other people. It was like people on the internet. It's like, oh, there's bots on the internet. They're stalking me, they're responding to me, and like these people making these video accounts are like stalking me and making videos to cause me problems or guide me in life and help me cause problems, one of the two. And when I started leaving, then I was noticing like people on the outside were like doing weird things that I'm not told humans can do. And one of them that really stood out, things were already standing out. I was asking everything, so by the time I seen this, I was like, yeah, for sure. But it really stands out. One time I was in a large event. Some might call it a riot zone, but if you were there, you didn't know what it was, you might, and you just heard some words, you'd call it a war zone, because it was I guess outside of Baltimore. I mean, you haven't even heard of this one. It's just that the cops quit after it. So that's how much of a war zone it was. They quit after it. But I was there, so it was loud. That's the point I'm trying to get to. It was loud. And there's lots of people there. And so these people way over here were talking to each other. I mean, way over there. I'm surrounded by other people and everything. And they're not the only ones talking, but somehow I hear what they're saying. Like they're talking to me or something. And so I look up over at them, and they're talking to each other, but they're saying the words I'm hearing. But they're talking about stuff I was just thinking about, and was pertinent to my being at that event. and everything going on around me. But it was like words in my head coming out of other people. And then right after that, like when I realized that, a dude with a guitar comes up. I mean, he's already walking around the crowd, but he starts playing a song, and like the song is about me. It's about like someone understanding the world around them and seeing what's actually going on and stuff. So it's like talking to my next thought on top of that. And this has happened so much. Like I said, I'm making the video because someone responded to one of my TikTok comments, and right as I was posting a reply, someone walked by and they're like, "Yeah, and you also said this and that," and it's like, well, yeah. Yeah, hey, I'm not saying I'm coming to spread democracy and stuff. I never said that. And freedom. I guess that's good enough, right? Stop talking there before I get out of hand. But I've seen this a lot where like the other things can be like possessed and talk to me. It's like, oh, it's like they're not even there, some of them or something, and they're just appearing because I don't know. I'm having, I guess they're telling me the world's invented through thought. So I'm having thoughts and I'm inventing people. Is that what's really happening here? Like I'm inventing like the entire world through my thoughts. How do I like invent people? And then they come to me and they try to tell me, well, we're all doing it. It's all real and all that stuff. And so like, so you can invent them at like 28 or 52. And then from there they have their own storyline that they follow out or something like that. Some of these things are so confusing. It's almost like they're just offering like alternate options. But the fact is, I've seen the things, and I asked to see stuff too. I asked for like other people to see through my eyes, and maybe that was a mistake there because that's when this whole talking thing started happening. Because I was like trying to attend events and seeing things that other people weren't allowed to see it through TV and stuff. I was like showing you what's going on with the media and who's running it and asking them the questions I felt were important, and they were not very reciprocative of me asking them these questions or wanting me to be on TV running a campaign. It wasn't about me being on TV, it was about running a campaign and the questions being on TV and stuff. But anyways, so that just happened. So how does that happen? Like I made the videos about the clones and stuff like that. How does that happen? How do I walk down the street and I respond to a thing on TikTok, and right away 2 people walk beside me talking to each other and they're adding like another piece. I mean, on TikTok I can only write like 100 words, so I can't like write a paragraph about about why you might not get notifications from me and stuff. I gotta like settle with what I write or what I think is the most obvious reason, and then that just makes me see it more. It's like, oh well, there's literally people appearing around me and stuff to talk to me when I say something, and they're all acting like that's a normal conversation they're having. And those words don't even fit into a normal conversation at some of these places. It's like no one else should be even discussing or saying those words. They never do. The humans have never said most of these words to me. No one has ever, and I test it too. I go like such extremes, like to see, like, I guess I was kind of that way in the first place, but I go to such extremes when I've seen it to see, like, okay, so it's a mirror reflection of me. Let's see how much BS that is filled with. And then, a lot of times they tell me I'm attracting people like me. It's like, well, I guess I was when I was a kid, so I shouldn't say that's not true. I guess I attracted males and females, or quite the different groups of people, and I don't know what's going on as far as this. It just feels like it's like a digital world, and I guess I'm inventing stuff with my mind, and there's always that chance that I'm like the scapegoat covering up for someone else. Because let's face it, like if you looked up where that word came from, you'd understand why I said that, or if you dealt with what I did, you'd understand that. But that's like a problem, is I keep seeing and hearing this, and